Hey everybody, Rhadamant here, episode 12 of Dawn of Man. So last episode, we were on a cairn streak. This episode, I'm hoping to add to population as best as I can. Why I mean a cairn streak is we got 2 full cairns constructed. And I went around looking for menhir, or for megaliths, rather, to make 2 more cairns. And that will... Oh, hello bear, you are way too close to the base. That will get our prestige... It'll get our prestige almost up to the 1,000 mark. And then some of the additional roundhouses and the like that I'm going to construct, we should hit 1,000. We should max out. I can make sure of it if I need to. I'll add some additional buildings to hit that big 1K prestige. Be the most prestigious settlement ever. Not ever, but, you know. Whatever. Alright. Working on adding some population. Trying to hit that that milestone. That's a pretty lofty milestone, 150 people. At this point, I'm pretty well set up to support that. I could add some more food fields, which I could do over here. Once our population gets up at around 100, I'll add another field of barley. I'll add another field of peas. Maybe some more fruit trees over here. Have a big grove or something. But we're pretty close to being able to support that kind of population. Granted, a lot of our food does come from hunting. Pear trees are so quaint and small, aren't they? All right, so one of those megaliths I found last episode is rolling to us for another cairn, and we got a nice summer storm here. Oop, that was loud. Now the dual weavers have helped out. We have a lot of wool and linen. In fact, I'm going to set the cap to 30 because we use raw linen for tools, for bows and traps and that kind of stuff. So I don't want all of it to become cloth, which would be a mistake. So this harvest, we should keep some of it at least. So we have 18 linen built up. We'll work to 25. For wool, I don't think raw wool has any purpose. So I'm going to turn all of the raw wool to cloth. Linen's a little bit different. I don't believe you use raw wool for anything. Trader, hello. I've been getting a lot of traders, and if you're wondering why, it is because I am just such a nifty guy that they all want a piece of me. No, it's because my prestige is pretty high, and that brings them in. So selling off my Bronze Age tools, because we have a multitude of iron and steel ones. Wow, I still have a flint axe. Christ. Yeah, I really don't want people using those older tools because they're actually less efficient. It's better if I don't have those tools. So all these traders have been getting loads of them. At some point, I should set up an auto-hunting zone. Although, I wouldn't want dangerous creatures to be automatically tagged. That's one of the issues is, I wish there was 2 types of hunting zones, like a defensive and aggressive. Like, it hunt all creatures or hunt just the ones that won't fight back. Alright, hitting 81 pop. I have a 95 limit. Alright, let's raise the clothing. Actually, just to 125% now. I don't want to overmake clothing and have it rot in storage. I have 2 megaliths rolling. I'm trying to think. What else can I do for prestige? I got that other warehouse, I think. Yep. I'm not thinking about knowledge, obviously. I'm maxed on knowledge. I think just adding roundhouses and stuff like that will add eventually to my prestige. What are you even doing, dude? You just standing there? I think some of the activity queuing is weird and wonky. There's definitely stuff left for people to do, but no one's really doing it. It's a theory. I don't know for sure. But I have a fair amount of proof that that might be the case. Wow, they really don't value their own goods. That's okay. I do. There's some bears that have been hunting in my area. Putting down a boar. Alright, population capacity. Let's have at it. I guess I'll keep adding residences. I'm going to add some wells. Now that our population has been sprawling, I need to make sure that we have food, water, that kind of stuff for them. That and my workload is lowish because of all the added people that we've been putting into the settlement here. It's challenging to keep up with how much work to put in, I guess. Because not all work is the same. You know, I don't want to just fill their lives with pointless tasks. Their tasks should have points. Ooh, that food dryer is busy. Oh, start of the winter storm. Haha, pretty typical. I should take bets on how many people you think will die to the storm here. I'm hoping none, but we'll see. Alright. I don't tolerate that at all. Well, I guess the mama bear's dead, but the little bears are next. Our food's looking good, given the population boon that we've had. No one yet has died from hypothermia, although some people are pretty close. Look, this dude might eat it. Nope, he went to the warehouse? No, he probably ducked into one of these roundhouses, I just didn't see it. One died of hypothermia. Alright. Well, at 10,000 BC, during a giant winter blizzard, if only one out of about 90 die, I'm okay with this. Why was there milk? Someone milked a cow way out there. Alright, 2 died. 3 died. 4 died. Oh, no, they're not dead yet. 4 died. Okay, that blizzard did suck. Which is funny, because I have enough clothing for them, they just didn't have the opportunity to put it on. Them being the nudists. And a bunch contracted diseases. I'm guessing because they just were ill. They were cold for too long. They didn't succumb to the hypothermia, but it didn't help them out. Ooh, another one down. Another one down. Our population is also growing. Ooh, I could buy steel. It's growing because people are having babies and all that. Alright, this is a very good way to get rid of some of my older tools. This trader had a lot of stuff worth buying. Cool. That'll work for me. Alright, so 3 of my megaliths are rolling. I do sort of have a lack of tannin. So we're bottlenecked at not having a lot of leather. So let's go ahead and raise my tannin collection to 3 people. I should look to purchase it if I can. What else are we bottlenecked at? That's about it. We got a good amount of everything else. Actually, we have an okay amount of tannin. We have 8. Unless that's what we just grabbed. That might be the case. Workload looks pretty reasonable. I'm definitely on the home stretch here. The trouble is, I'm not even that close to the population required. It's pretty demanding trying to get that last eked out bit of population. We need quite a few people. We're closer to halfway than to the goal. Welfare is low. I'm curious why. I don't really know. My workload's okay. I've killed 362 raiders so far. That's a lot of raiders. No mercy, though. This is Blood Gulch, after all. Because I have nothing much else to do. Oh, there we go. Now I can see some of the rolling megaliths. I was curious how far away they are from me to know how soon I get this prestige up. I'm not seeing the prestige drives too many immigrants, though. I mean, I've certainly had some immigrations, but not like large mass immigrations, despite the fact that my welfare and prestige is ridiculously high. Yo! Yo, not cool. Bear. Alright, you're on my hunt list. Someone died of dehydration right in the middle of the base. That honestly sounds like they're stupid. More than I was neglectful. Alright, time to get rid of bronze tools. I think I still had that flint axe because nobody wants it. Like, I couldn't even sell that anymore, even if I wanted to. That's a speculation. But at some point, they probably don't take it anymore. And I probably hit that point. I'll even go for the bison. The aurochs, whatever they are. What are you? Aurochs? Yeah. Man, we're really hovering at about 85. Having a hard time kind of breaking that limit. My granaries... Yeah, I'm going to add new granaries. We're kind of full up. We'll add... I'll add 2. I'll jump the gun. Adding one right next to the watermill will be a good idea. I'll make it a grain and flour, or flour bread only. I didn't realize there was iron that close. Alright, the Aurochs are pissed that I'm hunting them, but I don't care. Making sure that we still have iron coming in. Oh, we got a raider attack. Unfortunately, I had a bunch of humans that were out, presumably hunting, and they all ate it because they were way out of position for this raid. And that just happens from time to time. It's possible that I could have seen the raiders ahead of time, but only if I actually spotted them. I didn't. Alright, you, dude, go inside. Closing the doors. And this is what the proper palisades look like. Some of my towers taken out, but all in all, I'd say pretty good defenses, despite the fact that we had people out of position for it. That's not my fault. Alright, now to go back up to 85. Oh, cursed me. Hello, Miss Trader. Oh, wow, you're even selling fish traps? That's pretty cool. I will purchase a silly amount of... No, I can sell the flint axe. I take that back. I just overlooked it. Alright. Dry skins. I'll keep 5. I don't know if I use it anymore, though. Okay. Perfect. All these new sheep will probably get slaughtered, but that was just a way for me to get rid of my Bronze Age tools. So if I check, I do still have some bronze stuff in circulation, but that's because it's currently being held by one of my settlers. It's not in storage. I managed to sell off all the storage. Let's see how long it takes for my pops to bounce back. My hay looks pretty high. All right. In here, we will add grain, flour, and bread. And then, I'm gonna put an oven right next to it, too. Yo, these bears gotta stop ambushing me. I'm never gonna get to 150 if they just keep ganking me. I'm going to break down... I actually don't really need to break down the other ovens. It doesn't hurt me to have them. Unless, of course, there's a lot of travel time involved. I will break down this one, because this one's a lot closer to my mill. Alright, so we're getting a storm right at the end of fall, meaning that we shouldn't have a giant snowstorm in the winter. I don't think it's going to send us back-to-back storms. That'd be pretty mean if it did. So let's cross our fingers and hope. Also, I think we don't have... I could add one more food dryer. That one's... Now that we're adding more population, that one's filling up pretty quick. Or those two, I should say. Mud, we're good. Stone, we're good. Okay. We should be able to get that oven pretty soon. All the farm fields got cleared. And now it's just a matter of waiting. We got our first cairn, or first stone megalith to the new cairn. There's a megalith here rolling. I'm gonna take a quick look to see how close the other ones are. Maybe I won't. Hello, trader. Tin? Why on earth would you bring me tin? Yo, crazy. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna buy horses. Whoa, horses are expensive. I also am pretty free to sell iron swords because we have enough steel swords to have plenty for everyone to use. So there's really no reason to keep them. I set a pretty small amount of my population to even use swords, period. And we have enough swords to outfit 5/8 of everyone, and I am looking to outfit 20. So we have like 32 extra swords, I guess is what I'm trying to say, in a very convoluted way. Alright, come on, oven. How's my workload? It looks good. I've sort of kept everything under control, I gotta say. We haven't had it too much boom or bust lately. Alright, we're back up to that 85 mark. We'll see if we can't actually push to 90 for once. There's plenty of wool outfits to go around. Them dying of hypothermia. They must have been... My guess, they were megalith haulers. And they got caught way far away from the base or something. Even with the... I'm going to raise the priority of this bloomery. Even with the bloomeries, these on full blast, we're having a hard time keeping up with steel demands. Although we are slowly, if we're taking a look... Let's see... The majority of our knives are steel. The majority of our axes are steel. The majority of our sickles are steel. The majority of our picks are steel. Yeah, we are definitely converting our tools over to steel. As the iron ones wear down, they'll be replaced by steel ones, which is good. But these steel ones are definitely more expensive to make, so it's a longer process. And that also means we gotta keep the iron rolling in. Horse died of old age. I love how it doesn't even tell me when my regular people die of old age, but it will tell me when a horse does. Somehow horses are more important. all of a sudden. Okay. I'm just going to buy a whole lot of fish traps. So we have it in stockpile. Trying to get... We don't even use regular fishing rods. Let's actually see someone fishing with the traps. I'm sort of curious what it looks like. I haven't even checked. And of course, the moment I check, I can't find a single person trying to fish. Come on, people. What's going on? They're just drinking. I guess it's spring season. Everyone's in the farm fields. It would make sense why they're not fishing. So, maybe I shouldn't critique. They're doing what they need to do. Oh, there we go. They throw it, they haul it back, and he catches one. This old woman has caught both fish. Good job. And then she loads the raw fish into the granary. And then these kids take the raw fish over to the food dryer, but they're taking it to this food dryer because I don't know why. Because inefficiencies. Well, day in the life of a fish. Whoa, I just watched those warp in. Where'd they come from, Sulu? Alright, so this is number 3. And then, I don't know how close number 4 is. Well, we're definitely past the 85 mark. I think it's time for me to add another residence in. I'll do 2 at a time. Warns me, but he's already dead. It might be a while before we get this last megalith. There is, of course, the statue in the middle of my, for lack of a better term, fortress. That I could utilize, but I'd like to leave that there, if at all possible. Alright, we're almost out of iron swords, which is good. So anyone that grabs a sword will be grabbing a steel one instead. Let's check to see... Yeah, our warehouses are being utilized, but they're not full. Although, I did just spot one thing that's bad. Storage. I'm gonna need another rock pile around here. Alright, this rock pile is going to be for iron only, and this one will be for charcoal. We filled this one up so far of charcoal that there's not space for iron, which slows down the smelting process. Alright, that should fix that. Because then they're having to grab the iron from wherever the hell it's being stored off in the middle of nowhere. That's not good. Alright, I'm dumping all that charcoal out, and it will be hauled properly, and then this should be filled up with iron shortly. Good. I'm glad I noticed that. We have population capacity for 115. I really should set up auto hunt zones. this point, there's no good reason for me not to. So, let's go ahead and do it, rather than me constantly say that I should do that. This adds, obviously, a bit of work to everyone. But, yeah, now anything that wanders within reasonable range of our base will get automatically tagged to be hunted. If it runs off and flees and we can't chase it down, that's fine. But at least we'll make the attempt to hunt things that are close by. I don't like how the primal vision slows down game speed. I guess it doesn't really matter where the megaliths are being rolled from. Me knowing where it's being rolled from doesn't speed up the fact that it's being rolled. So I'm not going to worry about that. Let's just manage the rest of this. We could go for another brewery. Oh, hello, trader. Another brewery would raise our welfare a little bit, I think. So let's do that. Production brewery. Oh. Alright. Had some decision issues. Mental ones. All right. Is 95 our new number to beat? Them's the questions. Maybe. It might be. These last two cairns are obviously going to get us really close to the 1,000 prestige. And this new brewery's... that might have helped me hit the 100% welfare mark. Look at all these sledges. They're just not being used. I mean, that's fine. It's better to have them and not need them than not need them. I mean, not have them and need them. Most of our horses are rolling around in carts, which is why our sledges are so underutilized. I only have the capacity for... Okay, we're running out of hay storage. I'll stick another one in there. We have a lot of straw. Half my village could burn down and I have enough straw to replace it. I certainly don't have enough, wood, stone and all that, but my straw is getting ridiculous. And I love it. What I ought to do is add in some more stuff. What is the growing season of chickpea? Let's see. Right now. Harvest in the summer. Okay. Let's add some chickpeas in. Good old blizzard. And this will help me keep my food up. And lentils are probably the same. And I'll put a lentil field in here. Winter, summer, good. Just because we have 75 barley, but these pea fields are smaller. These are 15, 15, 15 each, so 45. So 45, 25 is 70, and then this brings that up to 80. So now we have 5 more spots for winter crops than we do for spring crops. But it equals it out a lot closer. And in the interest in getting rid of my older tools, oh my goodness, let's just go. Let's go with bone sales. There we go. I have no idea why they would want like 50 bones, but some of my people have too few tools. I don't see how that's possible. I just sold off a bunch of spears and I still have 105. That's more than I have population. So I'm going to call baloney on that. Well, guys, that's about all the time I have for this episode. So if you have any feedback for me, drop me a line. If you have any questions about this series, let me know. I'm going to try to get this to come to a close as fast as I can, but of course, I can't help but to lose people to raids and starvation and hypothermia from time to time. Hope you've enjoyed. I'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching. Adios.